Why there's a problem in the so-called land of the free. The system we call a democracy, living here in the US of A. Of today, think back, look back to see how it came to be. For those of African descent, then tell me if it's a land of the free. We shall start, but it's not the beginning. So listen to the message that I'm sending. Jamestown, we all know, was the city it all started in. The same year, but the month of August, more than 20 Africans arrived, not slaves, indentured servants, like even the whites. As far as I know, these are facts, but according to my education filled with lies, there might have been some sooner, but we can talk about that later.
It's a shame how many lies have been engraved in those American history books. I tell you this so you won't be ashamed. Many of us still can't read nor write reasons why they gave us different names to forget where we came from.
Where melanin cost 500 a gram, missing in a land where greed runs wild with a smile. Cost 500 a gram, but no, not an ounce, not a pound, but a gram. But a gram. Asking why so many are missing in a land where greed runs wild with a smile. In Memphis, hate was sown, 1866 lives overthrown. Atlanta, 1906 a flame, rage and ruin, nothing the same. East St. Louis, 1917's tide, blood and fire where hope died. Corbin, Kentucky, 1919's fear drove a people from the frontier. LA, 1919, fields ran red, hundreds falling, silent dead. Chicago, 1919, summer of rock, stones and guns on a blood-soaked path. DC, 1919, a capital scar, justice broken, freedom marred. Omaha, 1919, a mob's cruel song, innocent blood soaked the lawn. A mind game, but I refuse to lose my mind. The man being so-called an African-American, place us in the ghetto. Later they try to beautify the name, label objects in the projects, gave our women food stamps and welfare to support their family. The government became the new baby daddy and they became happy, while they received free labor out of you and me. Us in jail and our women ran free. That day in time made us lose our minds. Destruction of the black race began. No job, no work, living a life of sin because of our skin. Chi-Town was founded by a black man, but you would never have known, cause the man took it, saying it wasn't right. A man can't do it, a man who reminds him of the night. Tell me who's right? From the Revolutionary War to the War of the Persian Gulf, was won with the help of the black race. Where was this place? The United States, where melanin cost 500 a gram. Not an ounce, not a pound, but a gram. Asking why so many are missing in a land where greed runs wild with a smile. Cost 500 a gram. Not an ounce, not a pound, but a gram. Asking why so many are missing in a land where greed runs wild with a smile.
Tulsa, 1921, Greenwood burned, 40 blocks of fortune spurned. Rosewood, 1920, blew white from the map. Survivors fled through a terror trap. New Orleans, 1868, the post-war slaughter, bodies piled in muddy water. Camilla, 1868, peaceful march meant lead, votes and voices silenced dead. Opelousas, 1868, graves unnamed, 200 souls, their killers unblamed. St. Bernard, 1868, freedmen slain, mass graves swallow grief and pain. Milliken, 1868, the bridge ran red, reconstruction's hope left cold and dead. Jackson County, 69 and beyond, a war of terror to sever and bond. Utah, one deed
give them 40 acres and a mule. At first they say yes, then hell no, saying take it back. All they need are clothes on their backs. Don't worry about the shoes on their feet. The beast, I know it is displeasing, but bear with me and see. Educate your mind so you can stop the crime.
Thousand lynched, yes, murder because of their skin. Emmett Till, just 14 years old, died in the hands of the man. The game plan, my plan is not to create hate, but knowledge to the black race. Many died and some are living, yes, some dead to keep us ahead. Was it in vain? Are you insane?
Let's go back once more to the land of our origin, Africa. Not all, just some, because most were already here, called Indians. The indigenous man of this land. But those from the motherland, a place they only take kings, queens, princes, and princesses, even warriors, your descendants. So what does that make?
Ease your mind of this long ride. A stolen man, robbed of his culture, identity, living on stolen land. Where? The United States.
Where melanin costs 500 a gram. But a gram, not an ounce, not a pound, but a gram. But a gram. Answer why so many are missing in a land where greed runs wild with. Where melanin costs 500 a gram. But a gram, not an ounce, not a pound, but a gram. But a gram. Answer why so many are missing in a land where